Good evening. হ্যালো, সবাই শুনতে পাচ্ছিস? হুম। সো আমরা আজকে যেটা করব সেটা হচ্ছে আগের দিন আমরা প্রবাবিলিটি করেছিলাম। আহ, তোরা কি ওই ফার্স্ট ভিডিওটা দেখেছিস? হ্যাভ ইউ সিন দ্য ফার্স্ট ভিডিও? আরে উত্তর দে ভাই, চুপচাপ বসে থাকিস না, আমার বসে থাকলে খুব বিরক্ত লাগে। ইয়েস অর নো, টেল মি দ্যাট। ওকে, তো আজকে আমরা ওটার পর থেকে স্টার্ট করব। উই হ্যাভ অলরেডি ডিসকাস দ্য বেসিক probability theory, and at the same time we have done some problems based on that. So today what we will start, we will continue that class of probability with a sum. So I will ask everybody to solve this sum first. Again, do you need a little revision for the previous class, or it is fine if we start with problem? Because in the previous class we have not done anything new. Actually, we have I have told all the this thing, what you call the definition, basic definition, classical theory of probability, and then we have started with problems, right? Yes. Okay, so now let us start with problems. Okay, so let me just give you a problem first. Write it down, everyone. I will suggest all the students to please try this sum. Otherwise, you are not going to learn anything from this class. So please try. I'm giving you 2 minutes time to solve a pretty simple sum. Try this one, but a very good sum to start with. If you are new to my channel, I will suggest everyone to subscribe and please do like it. Today we are going with our second class on probability. For the students who have not seen the first class can see the video which is already in my playlist in the live section. Now, have you done this sum? How many of you have completed it? কে কে করেছিস? So let me give you the solution. The question is, find the probability that the birthdays of 6 different persons will fall in exactly 2 calendar months. Now, I told you that probability of any event is, the classical definition states that it is m over n. What is n? N is the total number of outcomes and m is the favorable outcome. This I have already discussed in my first class. This is favorable outcome and this is total number of outcomes, right? Now the question is, let me just first find out what is n. N is what? N is the total number of outcomes. Now there are, and the birthday should fall in exactly 2 calendar months. Now can you please tell me, can you please help me to find out the total number of outcomes? There are 6 persons. The first person can have his birthday in any of these 12 months. Very good. It will be, the first person can have his birthday in any of the 12 months. So it can be done in 12. Similarly, the second one again 12, third one 12, fourth one 12. So total number of outcomes will be 12 to the power 6. Now, is it clear to everyone? The total number of outcomes is 12 to the power 6. Why? Because a person can have his birthday in any of these 12 months. So total number of outcomes is 12 to the power 6. Now, the main part of this question is M. What is M? Favorable outcomes. What is favorable outcome? That these 6 different persons will have their birthdays in exactly 2 calendar months. First of all, which 2 month? Which 2 month? It is 12C2. So now we got 2 months out of that 12 month. Now, without any restriction, the first person, you see, you think in this way, that there are 2 months and now we are having 6 people. Now, this person can have its birthday either in this month or in this month. So there are 2 ways. Similarly, this person will have again 2 ways. Either it can be his birthday can be in this month or it can be in this month. So total is 2 to the power 6. But there is a problem. You see, when you are considering that this person can have its birthday in any of these 2 months, let us assume that this person is having his birthday in this month. Similarly, the second person in this month, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, all in this month, because that is a case which we have already considered in 2 to the power 6. But in this case, what will happen? All of these 6 people, they are going to have their birthdays on the same month. But what I want that these 6 different person will have their birthdays in exactly 2 calendar months. So that option has to be, that case has to be subtracted, because that I don't want. Similarly, all these 6 persons' birthday can come in the second month, leaving this first month blank, which again I don't want. That is not our favorable cases. So again, I have to subtract that. So total number of favorable cases will be 12C2, 2 to the power 6 minus 2. This represents what? That this 6 person will have their birthdays in exactly 2 calendar months. Therefore, the required probability is m by n. Is it clear to everyone? Is this okay? Everyone? Have you understood? Only 2 people told me yes, sir. What about the others? Okay, 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 very good. Please try this sum. Very interesting problem. To be very honest, yet we have not started probability, because whatever we are doing is actually, you can treat this beginning classes as the revision of your permutation and combination, to be very honest with you. Okay. But today we will start some more theories on probability. I hope you have all copied this. The question is 10 identical balls are distributed among 6 persons. Find the probability that at least one of them will receive none. How to do this one? Okay, please help me. Probability of event that at least one of them will receive none is m over n, that we know. But here the question is, there is one trick in this. They have said that at least one of them will receive none. So what I will do is, I will find out what is the probability that each of them get at least one object. What I try to find out is each of the person get at least one object. Why I'm doing this? Because I will simply subtract this probability. Let us consider this is my event A. So after getting the probability PA, to find out that at least one of them will receive none, all I will do is I will simply subtract it from 1. Right? Is it clear to everyone? Okay. So let us try to find out that each of this person will get at least one object. So what will be the probability? So what will be the probability? So again, your probability will give us what? M over n. Are you all getting? Now, just 1 second. Don't forget that there are identical balls. It's not the balls are distinct. Then you can do that. Then there is no harm. But here the balls are identical. So let us try to find out what is my n. What is my n in this case? That is the total number of outcomes. Can anybody tell me what will be the number of outcomes? There are 10 identical balls. In how many different ways you can distribute these 10 identical balls among 6 persons? Can you remember that? Suppose x1, just 1 second. x1 plus, I don't know why this is happening. In this page only. No, now it's okay. So there are 6 persons, x1, x2, x3, x4, x5, and x6, which is equals to 10. We all know. I'm bolchi. So in this case, since you are distributing 10 identical balls, so I have already taught you in permutation and combination that here there is no restriction. So total number of ways will be 10 plus 6 minus 1, see 6 minus 1. I'm not going to explain you this anymore right here because this we have already done in permutation combination chapter. So total number of ways will be 15C5. Have you understood this? Those who remembered the permutation combination, they can only understand this. This is the total number of ways where the 6-person, these 10 identical balls will be distributed among 6-person. Now the big question, what is our aim? Aim is what? Each of the person get at least one object. Each of the person get at least one object. That is, in each of every case in this equation, your xi, they are all greater than equals to 1, where I is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So what will be the total number of ways? As I taught you there are 6. So simply 10 minus 6, that gives us 4. So it will be 4 plus 6 minus 1, C6 minus 1. Please check this one. So this gives us 9C5. Those who are not understanding, I am sure they have not revised permutation combination. And now I cannot help you at this stage to teach you permutation combination, because this is class 12 probability class. So, and those who have not seen, they can see the videos again, which is again in my playlist in the YouTube channel. So there you can visit and you can see again to revise the whole thing. So in this case, your aim is what? Is 9C5. What is this? Each person get at least one object. So what is the probability that at least one, each of the person get at least one object? What is the probability? It is nothing but 9C5 over 15C5. That's it. Right? But I don't want this. I want that each, at least one of them will receive no balls. So the required probability is, as I told you right now, that 1 minus PA, the required probability will be 1 minus 9C5 over 15C5. That's it. That's your answer. That's your answer. Is it fine with you people? Again, I will suggest, again, I will request all of you, those who are understanding this process, it's good. Those who are not understanding this process, I will request again, please go through permutation combination videos, because all the videos are uploaded there. So you can please visit and see those videos again to revise permutation combination thoroughly. Otherwise, in every step in probability, you will face problem, because probability is nothing but your permutation combination. Okay, so let's move for the next problem. See this question, a wonderful sum. It came in your JEE Mains. So please see this question and try this one. I'm giving you 2 minutes time to think over it. A set contains n elements. A subset P of set A is chosen. So a subset P is chosen from set A. Now again, what happens? Set A is reconstructed by replacing the elements. Whatever elements you have chosen to form your set subset P, I have replaced all those elements in my original set. Now again, I am forming another subset Q. So Q, some elements of set A are chosen to form the subset Q. So now you are having your subset P, and your subset Q. The question is, what is the probability that these two subsets, the intersection of these two subsets, that is the common elements of these two subsets, will be exactly M elements. Exactly, there will be M elements in common, where M is less than, obviously M is less than N, because you cannot have common elements which are more than the number of elements which are having in the original set. So that is why M is less than N. Please think over it. It's a wonderful sum. Again, I'm telling you, it came in JEE Mains. So please try this one. I'm giving you 2 minutes time. Any idea? Any idea? See, your set A, it has n elements. Let me just give a name of that. Let us say 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. There are n such elements. Now, I form a subset P. I can choose any element, any number of elements I can choose. I can choose 4 elements, I can choose 5 elements, I can choose n elements, whatever I want, I can choose. Now, whatever elements you have already chosen in set P, I mean subset P, all are replaced in this set A. Means your set A is again ready to be selected from that. It has your full n elements there after replacing it. And now I will again choose a subset Q from there. Or let us say you have chosen, let us say in set P, you have chosen 1, 10, 11, 15, 20. Let us say like that. And in set Q, you have chosen 2, 11, 15, 25, 28, 29, something like that. Okay. Now you see these two elements are exactly common in these two sets P and Q. Same thing here. Same thing here. Here I have taken some numbers. I have said that there will be 2 elements common, but yes, they have said that there will be m elements common. Exactly m elements will be common. So how to do that? Let us first, because we have to find out the probability that P intersection Q has exactly m common elements. Now, let me just tell you one thing. Let us consider there is my set P, there is my set Q, there is my set P intersection Q, and the original set A is here. Now, try to understand this problem by heart. If you choose any one element from this n element in set A, you choose any one. Let us choose 1. Now, this 1 can be either in A, or it can be in P, or it can be in Q, or it can be in both P and Q. Eta chhara ar kono option ache? For only consider the first element. Is there any other option left for the element 1? Please tell me this. Hello? Hello? Can you all hear me? You tell me. হ্যাঁ, আর কোনো অপশন আর নেই। দেখ ভালো করে, এই যে এলিমেন্ট 1 আছে, এই এলিমেন্ট 1টা হয় আমার এ তে আছে, মানে আমি ওটাকে চুজ করিনি, না হয় আমি পি তে চুজ করেছি, না হয় আমি কিউ তে চুজ করেছি, না হয় আমি দুটোতেই চুজ করেছি। এছাড়া তো আমার কাছে আর কোনো অপশন আছে কি ফর দ্য এলিমেন্ট 1? ওকে, তাহলে for element 1 I am having 4 options. I am having 4 options. Similarly for the second element, similarly for the third element, fourth element, and n element. Therefore, total number of ways is 4 to the power n of selecting those elements. Either it is in A, or it is in P, or it is in Q, or it is in P intersection Q. That's it. Yes or no? So, total number of ways is 4 to the power n, which is your n actually. N means your probability n, কিন্তু এই nটার সঙ্গে এই nটা গুলিয়ে ফেলিস না। This n is the total number of outcomes, which is nothing but 4 to the power n. Now the big question, that is your P intersection Q, it will have exactly m elements. It will have exactly m elements. Now my first question, which m elements? Which m elements? It is, I'm calculating my m. Which m elements? It is NCM. These m elements which are common in P intersection Q. Now, how many elements are left? These are the elements which are common in P and Q. But what are the other elements? What are the other elements? The other elements left is n minus m. Now, it may remain in A, it may come in P, it may come in Q, but it will not come in P intersection Q. Are you getting my point? These n minus m elements which are left, because we have already got m elements common. So I don't need any element should come in P intersection Q anymore. So the rest elements, that is n minus m, they can either be in A, or it may be in P, or it may be in Q. Is there any other option for the rest n minus m elements? Tell me this. No. So what is the total number of outcomes when your P intersection Q will have exactly m elements, that is NCM, and the other elements, they can either come in A or P or Q. That is, for each and every n minus m elements, there are three options. Either it can go in A, or it can go in P, or it can come in B. I'm sorry, P and Q. That's it. Because it cannot come in P intersection Q. And other than these four places, you cannot place any elements of set A. Therefore, the rest n minus m number of elements, they can be arranged in how many different ways? 3 to the power n minus m different ways. Because whether it is in A or P or Q doesn't matter to me, but you have to consider all the elements. So these n minus m elements, they can come in these three places. Other than this, there is no option. Therefore, total number of favorable cases is NCM into 3 to the power n minus m. Therefore, the required probability is how many of you have understood this problem? Please tell me, because this is a very important sum. This can come anytime in your examination in coming days. না কি করে? তুই তো এখান থেকে একটা এলিমেন্ট নিয়ে নিচ্ছিস, সাবসেট যখন করছিস একটা এলিমেন্ট তো নিয়ে নিচ্ছিস, তো নিয়ে নিলে আর এতে কি করে থাকে? হ্যাঁ, কি করে বিলং করবে? তুই তো এখান থেকে 3 নিয়ে নিয়েছিস। তুই ধর তোর কাছে একটা সেট আছে 1 2 3 4 5, আমি এখান থেকে একটা পি সেট তৈরি করেছি 2 আর 3, তাই 2 আর 3 তো আমি অলরেডি নিয়ে নিয়েছি। তো এই এলিমেন্টটা এখন পি তে আছে, ওটা কি আর এ তে আছে? কার কার যদি কোনো প্রবলেম থাকে প্লিজ আস্ক মি। If you have a single problem, please ask me. No question? আমি সবাইকে বলছি, আর কোনো প্রবলেম আছে? আমি তাহলে নেক্সট এতে চলে যাব। কোনটা? কোনটা? কোন জায়গাটা? কোন জায়গাটা কনফিউজিং লাগছে? ফ্রম দ্য ভেরি বিগিনিং? একটা সেট দিয়েছে এ, যার মধ্যে এন খানা এলিমেন্টস আছে। আমি এই সেট থেকে একটা সেট আমি তৈরি করছি। দেখ, আমার সেট এ তে ছোট করে ভাব, 1 2 3 4 5 6, এই 6টা এলিমেন্ট আছে। আমি বলছি তুই একটা সেট পি তৈরি কর, এখানে তুই যা খুশি নিতে পারিস, 4টে এলিমেন্ট নিতে পারিস, 5টা এলিমেন্ট নিতে পারিস, 6টা এলিমেন্ট নিতে পারিস, আমি জানি না তুই কটা এলিমেন্ট নিয়েছিস। পি ইজ বেসিক্যালি আ সাবসেট অফ এ। তো তুই একটা সাবসেট তৈরি করতে তোকে আমি বলছি, তা তুই কি করলি? এখান থেকে যে কোনো একটা সাবসেট তৈরি করলি। লেট মি টেক 2 4 5 and 6, আমি একটা সাবসেট তৈরি করলাম। তার মানে এই যে এলিমেন্টটা আছে 2, এই মুহূর্তে এই 2টা কোথায় আছে? আমার পি তে, এ তে কিন্তু নেই, যেটা সৌরিশ একটু আগে জিজ্ঞাসা করছিল। এই 2টা কিন্তু আমার এখন পি তে আছে, এ তে নেই। ওকে, এবার আমি কি করলাম? এই 4টে এলিমেন্টকে আমি আবার এখানে রিকনস্ট্রাক্ট করে দিলাম, আমি এ তে দিয়ে দিলাম। এবার আমার এ এখন ফুলফিলড, 1 2 3 4 5 6ই আছে। এবার আমি আরেকটা সাবসেট তৈরি করছি কিউ। এবার আমি কিউ করছি কিরকম, আমি এখান থেকে নিলাম ধর 1 4 5 6, না 6 নেবো না, আমি এক্স্যাক্টলি ধর দুটো এলিমেন্টকে আমি কমন নিতে চাই। লেট আস সে দিস, আমি কিউ একটা কনস্ট্রাক্ট করলাম 1 4 and 5। এবার আমি বলেছি what is the probability that p intersection q will have exactly two common elements, will have exactly two common elements, এটা হচ্ছে আমার কোয়েশ্চেন। আচ্ছা, at any instant of time, ভালো করে ভাব, যে কোনো এলিমেন্ট ফ্রম দিস 6 elements can be in either in a or in p or in q or p intersection q, এটা ছাড়া আর কোনো পথ নেই। যে কোনো এলিমেন্ট, সেটা 1 হোক 2 হোক 3 হোক 4 হোক 5 হোক বা 6 হোক, ঠিক আছে? এবার দেখ, আমি তোকে বললাম যে এক্স্যাক্টলি 2 এলিমেন্টস উইল বি কমন। এবার এখানে আমাদের 4 আর 5 কমন এসছে, এমনও তো হতে পারতো 2 আর 3 কমন বা 1 আর 6 কমন হতেই পারতো। সো ফার্স্ট কোয়েশ্চেনে হচ্ছে কোন দুটো এলিমেন্ট কমন। সো দ্যাট ইজ ওয়াই এখান থেকে আমরা কি করব, ফার্স্ট কোন দুটো এলিমেন্ট 62, কোন দুটো এলিমেন্ট, ইন দিস কেস 4 and 5। এইবার 4 and 5 আমার পি ইন্টারসেকশন কিউ এর মধ্যে 4 আর 5 আছে, এই দুটো এলিমেন্ট কমন আছে, পি আর কিউ এর মধ্যে কমন আছে। এবার বাকি এলিমেন্ট গুলোর পজিশন কি, বাকি এলিমেন্ট আমার কাছে কটা আছে, চারটে আছে, কারণ 4 আর 5 আমার চলে গেছে। আমার কাছে চারটে এলিমেন্ট আছে, কে কে আছে, 1 2 3 and 6। এদের পজিশনটা কি, মানে এরা কি এতে আছে না পিতে আছে না কিউতে আছে, পি এন্ড কিউতে আর থাকতে পারে না। তাহলে প্রত্যেকটা এলিমেন্টের পজিশন তিনটে জায়গায় হতে পারে, হয় এতে, নয় পিতে, নয় কিউতে। সো চারটে এলিমেন্ট, in how many different ways they can be placed in a, p or q, it is 3 to the power n। এইটা বুঝলি না, বুঝলি না? এই 3 to the power n মানে, সরি, 3 to the power n মানে হচ্ছে এখানে টোটাল নাম্বার অফ এলিমেন্টস দুটো চলে গেছে, তার মানে আমার কাছে চারটে আছে, তার মানে 3 to the power 4, কারণ চারটে এলিমেন্টস আছে, তো প্রত্যেকটা এলিমেন্ট এই তিনটে জায়গার মধ্যে থাকতে পারে। সো দিস ইজ দ্য ফেভারেবল কেস। আর টোটাল নাম্বার অফ কেস কি না, প্রত্যেকটা এলিমেন্ট আমার এই চারটে ঘরের মধ্যে থাকতে পারে, ইদার ইন এ অর ইন পি। এ তে থাকা মানে কি, আমি পি তেও সিলেক্ট করিনি, কিউতেও সিলেক্ট করিনি, আর পি ইন্টারসেকশন কিউতে তো আসবেই না যদি পি আর কিউতে সিলেক্ট না হয়। সো প্রত্যেকটা এলিমেন্টের অপশন কি আছে, প্রত্যেকটা এলিমেন্টের আমার কাছে অপশন কি আছে, হয় এ, নয় পি, নয় কিউ, নয় পি ইন্টারসেকশন কিউ, তার মানে চারটে অপশন। তার মানে টোটাল নাম্বার অফ favorable cases will be 4 to the power 6, that's it। কি ক্লিয়ার? বাকিরা সবাই ক্লিয়ার হয়েছিস? হ্যাঁ কি নাতে উত্তর দে। ওকে, ওকে, ভেরি গুড। চলো তাহলে নেক্সট আমরা আরম্ভ করি। আজকে একটা নতুন কনসেপশন আমরা আজকে শিখবো, which is called your odds in favor। এই টার্মটা জানতে হয়, odds in favor। প্রবাবিলিটিতে এই টার্মটা খুব ইউজ হয়। আর odds against, odds in favor আর odds against, এই দুটো খুব ইম্পর্টেন্ট জিনিস আমাদের প্রবাবিলিটিতে কাজে লাগে। এখন প্রশ্ন হচ্ছে হোয়াট ইজ odds in favor? This is the definition. What is the definition? Now it is a ratio, number of favorable cases divided by number of unfavorable cases। This is odds in favor. আমি একটা এক্সাম্পল নেব, so don't worry about it. Odds in favor, this definition you have to remember that odds in favor টা কি না, this is a ratio of number of favorable cases by number of unfavorable cases. Odds against মানে কি, number of, again it's a ratio, it's not a probability, it's a ratio, it's a definition of a ratio. Odds against number of unfavorable cases by number of favorable cases. Right? So these two things are very important. Terms গুলো কিরকম, আমি একটা এক্সাম্পল দিই। তো সাপোজ আমি বলছি আমি একটা ডাইকে রোল করছি, getting a prime number let us say getting a prime number is our favorable cases. Ki getting a prime number, that is the favorable case. So unfavorable case ki not getting a prime. Right? এবার তোকে যদি জিজ্ঞাসা করি এই বল, আচ্ছা প্রথম হচ্ছে একটা ডাইকে রোল করলে হাউ মেনি নাম্বার অফ আউটকামস আর देयर 1 2 3 4 5 6, সো প্রাইম নাম্বারস কি কি আছে, দ্যাটস ইট, রাইট? আর নট গেটিং আ প্রাইম নাম্বার কি কি আছে, রাইট? সো odds in, আমি যদি তোকে জিজ্ঞাসা করি হোয়াট ইজ odds in favor, odds in favor, তোকে আমি জিজ্ঞাসা করি odds in favor কি, exactly number of favorable cases, that is 3, number of unfavorable cases, that is also 3. So it is 3:3 or 1:1, whichever way you say, because it's a ratio. And what is odds against? Again, in that case, number of unfavorable cases, which is again 3/3, the ratio is 1:1. Getting my point or not? It just a definition you remember. Let me take a sum, যেটা আমরা ক্লিয়ার হয়ে যাব। What are the odds in favor of throwing at least 8 in a single throw with 2 dice? Okay, what are the odds in favor of throwing at least 8 in a single throw of 2 dice? Acha, favorable cases are what? What are the favorable cases? Tell me. What are, no, yes, at least 8 মানে the sum should be 8 or more. So either it can be, let me just write it here. The favorable cases can be either the sum is 8 or 9 or 10 or 11 or 12. Now, what are the favorable cases? Can you please tell me? It can be 6-2, 2-6, yes or no? 5-3, 3-5, 4-4. That is 8, 9, 6-3, 3-6, 5-4, 4-5. That's it, I think. 10. That's it. 11. And 12. So how many number of favorable cases are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yes or no? 15. So 15 are my favorable cases. And what is the unfavorable cases? Exactly. Because total number of outcomes is 6 into 6, that is 36. So 36 minus 15, that is 21. Correct? So now if I ask you, the question is odds in favor. So what do we write? What is the ratio? The ratio is nothing but odds in favor. What is odds in favor? Favorable by unfavorable, which is 15 over 21. That is 5:7. That's it. 5:7. And what is odds against unfavorable cases by favorable cases? So that is 7:5. That's it. Is it clear to everyone? Acha, okay. So now if I ask you, simply don't see this. If I ask you, please tell me, without asking this, find the odds in favor. I'm asking you, find out the probability of getting a number at least 8. What will be your answer? It is 15 over 36. So that is what? Am I correct or not? Am I correct or not? And this is the probability of getting a number at least 8. But if I ask you, what is the probability of getting a number which is less than 8? What will be your answer? It will be nothing but 21 by 36. How I am getting that? You can do it in this way also. 1 minus 5 over 12. That is 7 over 12. Tell me yes or no? Acha. Now, very interesting thing. Please see this one. এইখানেতে বাচ্চারা কনফিউজড হয়। আচ্ছা, মন দিয়ে শোন। এবার আমি বলছি the probability of getting an event is 5:5 by 12. Listen it carefully. 5 by 12. This is what? This is our probability of getting that A. এবার এখান থেকে তোকে যদি আমি বলি write down the odds in favor ratio. How you will write it? Write the odds in favor ratio. How you will write it? What was the funda? Favorable by unfavorable. এখানে favorable কত? 5. And what is the unfavorable? It is 12 minus 5, that is 7. Can you see? We have got exactly the same answer there. Yes or no? Now suppose if I ask you, tell me the ratio. I have simply given you the probability and I'm asking you, write down odds against. What you will write? The ratio of unfavorable by favorable. What is unfavorable? Unfavorable is what? Exactly, that is 7 is to favorable. Favorable is 5. So odds against is 7 is to 5. So what we got here, it is 7 is to 5. Is it clear or not? Have you understood this? So if problem কিরকম আসে আমি বলছি এখান থেকে, প্রবলেম তোদের দেবে ডাইরেক্টলি, প্রশ্নটা তোকে বলে দেবে odds in favor is this, odds against is this, সেখান থেকে find out the probability. That is one way of giving you the question. The other form is that they will ask you to find out the probability. Okay, we found, and then they will ask, write odds in favor and odds against. Getting my point? তোকে যদি আজকে আমি বলি odds, আচ্ছা আমরা কি দেখলাম, প্রথম ওয়েটা দেখলাম যে আমি যদি প্রবাবিলিটি জানি, আমি সেখান থেকে odds in favor odds against আমি বার করে দিয়েছি। নাও আমি ঠিক রিভার্সটা তোদের বলার চেষ্টা করছি। সাপোজ আমি তোকে বলে দিয়েছি odds in favor is this, what is the probability that A is going to happen? You will simply say, sir, it is 5, odds in favor A, 5 divided by 5 plus 7, that is 12. Now তোকে যদি আমি বলি odds against is this, 7 is to 5, what is the probability that A is going to happen? Then your answer will be again 5 over 7 plus 5, that is 12. তার মানে আমরা কিভাবে মনে রাখবো, how to remember this? This is, I have shown you the theory, I have explained the theory, so you have understood what is what actually. Now I'm telling you how to remember it quickly. Whenever they say odds in favor, you always choose the first ratio, and if they said odd against, you always choose the second ratio. That's the trick you must remember of getting that event. Be careful of getting that event. When odds in favor is there, you must write the first one first, that is 5 over 5 plus 7. And if odds against is given, then happening of that event A will be the second ratio divided by the sum of these two. Is it clear to everyone? Okay, very good. So remember this thing. Again, this will be in your YouTube. So if you want, you can revise it again, which is actually required. Okay, now let me take another problem. Please write it down and try this sum. Please try this one. 2-minute time. Tell me the answer. Tell me the answer. হয়েছে? এত টাইম লাগছে কেন ভাই, আমি বুঝছি না। Odds in favor of an event is 2:3. Let me say the event be A. So what is PA? What is PA? Tell me. 2/5. So let me say the second event be B. So what is PB? 7/10. হ্যাঁ, আনসারটা কত? 3/10। না, সেরকম নয়। আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, লেট আস চেক। আমার এখানে আনসার লেখা নেই। Okay, so PA is 2/5, PB is 7/10. Now, what is the question? Find the probability that only one of the event occurs. Only one. It means what? 27/50. Okay. আমার এখানে আনসার লেখা নেই, আমি করছি দেখি। ওকে ওকে, তাহলে তাই হবে হয়তো। লেট মি সি। সো only one event occurs mean what? When A occurs, then B should not occur, or when A does not occur, B occurs. So this means what? It's PA and PB dash, B complement, or PA complement PB. What is PA? PA is 2/5. What is PB complement? it is 1 minus 7 by 10 plus PA complement 1 minus 2 over 5, because we all know that PA complement is basically 1 minus PA. Okay. So now PB, what is PB? PB is 7 over 10. So our answer will be 2 over 5 into 3 over 10. 3 over 5 into 7 over 10. Yes. 27 by 50 is the correct answer. Yes, 27 by 50 is the correct answer. Okay, simple sum. But you must understand the basics. Otherwise, it will be very difficult to solve problems of next level. Okay, so now let's start with set theory in probability. Okay, we will be starting with set theory in probability. Right. So let us consider three events ABC. Okay, three events ABC. There are three events ABC. Now, see, whatever theory you have learned in set theory, all can be applied in probability. I'm telling you how. Let me just construct a Venn diagram. Suppose this is my A and this is my B. And let us consider that total number of elements, that is the universal set contains total number of elements be S. Now, if I ask you, how many number of elements are there in A union? What is the cardinal number of A union B? So your answer will automatically, you people will say, the answer is NA plus NB minus NA intersection B. These are all your set theory. Now what I'm doing is, I'm dividing both sides by number of elements in S. That is the total number of elements. So you see, number of elements in A union B divided by number of elements in S. This indirectly states it's the probability of A union B. Think about the classical definition of probability. Favorable outcomes divided by the total number of outcomes. Favorable outcomes means what? In that outcome, in that event, the number of elements present in that set, in that outcome set. Here it is same. Number of elements in A union B divided by the total number of elements will give you the probability of A union B. Same thing with PA. Same thing with this one. Same thing with this one. Right? So that exactly what I was telling you, that whatever theory you have learned in set theory, exactly that will be applied in probability. This can be extended for three elements also. A union B union C. This will be what? Sigma of PA, probability of sigma of PA minus sigma PA intersection B plus PA intersection B intersection C. Okay. Now, if I ask you, think about it. If I ask you, tell me, what is the probability of exactly one of A or B occurs? Exactly one of A and B occurs. What it will say? You see, exactly one of A or B occurs. Let me just consider this Venn diagram. Exactly one of A or B occurs means we are actually talking about the elements in this region and elements in this region. Are you with me? Tell me yes or no. Because in this portion you are having A. In this portion you are having A, not B. In this portion you are having B, not A. So what is this? This is simply, I can write this thing as probability of A union B. A union B means what? The whole thing minus P A intersection B. From this A union B, I'm subtracting A intersection B. That is going to give us probability that exactly one of A or B occurs. You can do it mathematically also. I have shown this thing through Venn diagram. You can do it mathematically also. How? Exactly one of them occurs is what? A occurs, B does not occur, or A does not occur, B occurs, which is what? PA intersection B complement. PA intersection B complement. Do you know what is this? How we write number of elements in A intersection B complement? Tell me. How we write this? See the Venn diagram. See the Venn diagram. A te ache, B te nei. A te ache, B te nei. Means we are actually talking about this region. A te ache, B te nei. What is that? Number of elements in A. Number of elements in A minus number of elements in A intersection B. That is the number of elements here I have simply subtracted from NA. That's it. That says, that states that it is in A, not in B. So, same thing with probability also. Because all the set theory, I will write it in the probability notation. I've already said why this is actually happening. I've already shown you one example. I'm not going to prove any more these things again and again because the same thing will be applied. Divided by total number of elements, you are going to have the probability. So PA intersection B complement will give us PA minus PA intersection B. Similarly, PA complement intersection B. It means what? It is in B, not in A. It is in B, not in A. So how will write? It's PB minus PA intersection B. So in this case, we will write in the same way, PB minus PA intersection B. Now, what is this? This is PA plus PB minus PA intersection B. That gives you PA union B minus PA intersection B. That exactly what we got here. Where it is? Where I've written this? This one. See, the same thing we got. Here we have proved it by Venn diagram. Here we have proved it mathematically. Okay. It is always better to think via Venn diagram. It is always advisable to think about through this Venn diagram. Okay. Is it clear to everyone? Please tell me yes or no. Only two of you have understood. তোরা কি ঘুমিয়ে পড়েছিস নাকি রে? Okay. Okay. So now We have already learned mutually exclusive and exhaustive. Mutually exclusive and exhaustive events we have already learned. What we have learned? We have learned that if, let us say, E1, E2, E3, En are n number of events, n events, and they are mutually exclusive. What I told you, they are mutually exclusive means what? Mutually exclusive means what? Means there is no common element. No two events can come simultaneously. That is mutually exclusive events. So can anybody tell me if E1, E2, E3, En are mutually exclusive events, then what will be this? Zero হবে কি করে? এটা মানে কি? This is your sigma p E1, হ্যাঁ, minus E1 intersection E2, everything plus E1 intersection E2 intersection E3, and this thing goes on. And everywhere there is a combination of two events. Intersection of at least two events are there. So every term from here will become zero. Why? Because no two events can come simultaneously. Therefore, PE1 if E1, E2, E3, En are mutually exclusive events, this is same as PE1, PE2, PEN. Very, very important. Very, very important thing. Okay, now if I say ki E1, E2, E3, En, these n events are exhaustive events. Exhaustive events. Then what you will say? You will simply say, sir, what is exhaustive event? One event must come. One event must come. That is E1 union E2 union E3. If you take union of all the events, it is going to give us one. It is going to give us one. If they are exhaustive events. Now, to make it more interesting, let us say E1, E2, E3, En these are n mutually exclusive and exhaustive events. These are mutually exclusive and exhaustive events. If it is like that, then straight away you people will say, sir, P1 plus P2 plus PE3, and this thing goes till PEN. This is nothing but one. Tell me yes or no. Because mutually exclusive events, this thing is equals to this. Exhaustive events, this is equals to 1. So if it is mutually exclusive events, mutually exclusive and exhaustive events, then P1 plus P2 till PEN will be equals to 1. Is it clear to all? Is it clear to all? All means it's not Aviral only. So whenever events are mutually exclusive and exhaustive, we will sum up all those events. I mean the probability of those events, and that will be equals to 1. Now one more thing, you must remember that if E1, E2, E3 till En, these are all independent events. Though we will do this thing when we will do in the next class, when we will go for conditional probability. But before that, let me just tell you, when E1, E2, E3 dot 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 En are independent events. What do you mean by independent events? They does not depend on each other. Then E1 intersection E2 intersection E3, this will be equals to the product of all. Just remember in beforehand, because we are going to explain in more details when we will be doing conditional probability in our next class. But for a time being, just remember, if E1, E2, E3, En are independent events, then the PE1 intersection E2 intersection till En is the product of this all. Is it clear or not? So whenever I ask you, prove that A and B are two independent events. If I say to prove this, even in your boards, you will need this one. If I ask you to prove that A and B are two independent events, your main task is to prove this. If you simply prove this one, it implies that A and B are two independent events. That's it. That's it. Like, let me just take some problems based on that. If I say if A1 and A2 are independent events, these two are independent events, then number one, prove that A1 and A2 complement are also independent. Right? What do you mean by that? Let me just prove this one. A1 and A2 are two independent events. That is, this is PA1 into PA2. Now I have to prove that these two are independent events. Okay? So if I can prove that this is nothing but PA1 into PA2 bar, then I think our game is over. So how to do that? See, very simple thing. Just now we have learned that P of A intersection B complement is PA minus PA intersection B. So in this case, we can write it is PA1 minus PA1 intersection A2. PA1 minus A1 and A2 are two independent events, so it is PA1 into PA2. If I take PA1 common, we are having 1 minus PA2. So that gives us PA1 into PA2 bar. So what we have proved? We have proved PA1 intersection A2 bar is same as PA1 into PA2 bar. It means A1 and A2 bar are independent. Is it clear to all? Okay. Same question. A1 and A2 are two independent events. Prove that. A1 bar and A2, they are independent. Pretty simple. Same method. This I'm not going to do. This you people can handle. The same thing. The third one is, it's saying that, prove that A1 bar and A2 bar are also independent. Okay, so to prove that, if you have to prove that A1 bar, A2 bar are independent, you have to prove this is equals to this. Then I think our game will get over. So let me try to do that. This can be written as P of A1 union A2 whole complement. This is what is called your De Morgan's law. This we have already learned in set theory. A complement intersection B complement is same as A union B whole complement. This is your De Morgan's law. The same thing with this one also. Intersection becomes union, union becomes intersection. Right? So in this case, I can write this thing as 1 minus P of A1 union A2, which is again 1 minus PA1, PA2, A1 intersection A2. Open the brackets. Since A1 and A2 are independent, so I can use this formula. One minus PA1 minus, you take PA2 common. So we are actually having 1 minus PA1 into 1 minus PA2. This is what? PA1 bar, and this is what? Your PA2 bar. So we have proved this equals to this implies A1 bar and A2 bar are two independent events if A1 and A2 are independent events. Is it clear to all? Okay. Okay. শ্রীতমা তুই আছিস নাকি? Sitoma, are you there? Huh? Hmm. Sitoma, are you there? এটা ঘুমায় না কি করে আমি জানি না। ওকে, চলো। Okay, 2 questions I'm giving you for your homework. Please try it. In the next class, we are going to discuss this. If A, B, C are mutually exclusive, exhaustive events, যাদের যাদের রিভিশন দরকার হবে এটা ইউটিউবে থাকবে, তোরা গিয়ে আবার রিভাইজ করে নিবি যদি কোনো জায়গায় থিওরিতে প্রবলেম হয়। and if you really face any problem after seeing that video, please ask me. A, B, C are mutually exclusive and exhaustive events associated with a random experiment. If PB is this one, then find PA. If A and B are two events such that one over 4 1 over 5 and then find P. Right? And the last one I'm going to give you this is the last sum. These are the 3 sums which are your homework, and I want to see it in my next class. Okay? Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Some question and answer.
এখন আনসার বলো না, next class. Okay then, good night everyone.